Practically telling me to breathe.
Alright.
I need to get my phone, start timing them again.
They're about the same distance, 3 to 5 minutes apart. They're just a little more intense
So go ahead and rifle them up, shift them around, whatever.
than they were earlier.
So on this one, you're just going to put a card on every number and one in the middle, which represents 0.
Okay.
So the design of this tool is about the number line between -9 and +9. It's about the balanced equation.
Okay.
And the 0 in the middle. And then it has the 6 colors, which represent the 6 elements. So it's connected to the other tool.
Okay, so what does orange mean? Because we
The
haven't
soul.
talked about that.
The soul. So this would be the element of fire, the mind. This is the element of light, your heart. This is the element of your emotions.
Water.
Body, spirit. See, that's how it goes around. Back to the soul.
And they're supposed to be upside down instead of right side up?
It doesn't matter at this point. You can just turn them all up if you want. Or how? Just leave them there. Put them all down. That's all good. Just go that way. Go. And so it never really matters where a person starts. I mean, she could go back and forth. It just doesn't matter. It always comes out right. The less I interfere, the better it is. This doesn't matter.
Right, the less hands-on you are with the cards once they've been put in her possession.
Yeah, exactly. So that one goes right there, though, just so you're...
I was trying to get...
Yeah, it's all good. Just set them on top of each other. It's all good.
I was just trying to get them all off the numbers.
Mm-hmm. So then one in the middle. Okay. So the focus of this tool is about the numbers and the meaning of the numbers. So if we start at the bottom, okay, the number 1 is about being aligned and very specifically about your pathway. I mean, Tasha has certain talents, certain abilities, you know, certain mission in life. That 1 is about how that aligns. It's really connected to your feet, the pathway. So the 2 elements that you need right now for that is the element of water and the element of oil. That make sense to you?
I guess.
So the number 2 represents the 2 things that make her whole. Okay? So this is about patience and charity. Okay?
I do
that
definitely need that one.
So is that like giving, like having patience within herself and around her, those around her?
Patience, patience is connected to the word long-suffering. Those 2 principles go together, right? So, yes, patience and charity, how they connect, right?
Well, and that's what I was trying to understand. Or are you going to tie this all together here at the end?
Well, those 2 words specifically are what Tasha needs to be made whole. It's about the disposition, the number 2.
Okay.
See what I mean? So, those are the 2 things right now that she needs.
So she needs the patience and
charity to make her whole. Okay? Not divided within herself. Okay? So the number 3 is about being sure. Okay? What makes her sure?
That's the first time I got the hunger and thirst.
So it's about her
I got
being...
this one the last time, impatience.
Her being a peacemaker.
It was water and charity the last time.
And hunger and thirsting for right. Because they're connected in what makes her sure in her life right now. Does that make sense? Okay.
And those 2 together actually make sense to me. How they can play off each other.
Yeah. So that's what's interesting about these words, because putting two words together paints a better picture than one. It's about
hunger and thirst for peace.
Yeah, right? They're connected like that. So these two have to do with what sets her on a solid foundation, the number 4. This is, the foundation. Okay? So it's about
Prospering heart.
the heart of her and her ability to prosper. That's the foundation. Or that's what the foundation is holding up, so to speak. So these two are about what centers her. Okay? So being centered is about being connected to the voice of truth. So it's about her emotions, and it's about grace. Grace is about divine help. That's what that word's about.
Okay.
Or when you give grace to somebody else, you're giving them divine help, so to speak, right? You're giving them help that they couldn't get any other way. So it's about divine help for your emotions. I don't know. However you want to look at it, these are the two elements.
Hey, they haven't been too bad lately. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, the tool never reads right or wrong.
I've had a steady set of emotions. I'm either extremely happy or I'm just like, I wish you would.
All right. So the number 6 is about, these are the two things that make you correct and complete. Okay? So it's about triumph, that principle of triumph, and the element of fire, which is connected to your mind. Okay? So, I mean, if you were looking at that, what making you correct and complete, it's about triumphing in your mind, or triumphing in the element of fire. So the number 7 is about the two elements that you need so you can triumph in life. So it's about goodness.
And desire for right.
So this desire for right is the connecting element to hungering and thirsting. So they're both there. That makes sense?
Like, some of this makes sense on how they tie together, but some of them are like kind of conflicted on how.
Well, all energy tools either tell you something you already know or something you didn't know. I mean, right? You could go to the doctor, right? And he could tell you you're going to die in 3 months. That might be something you already knew or something you didn't know. You know what I mean? Or you're pregnant. Maybe you didn't know that.
Right.
Oh, I knew the minute I fainted at work that I was pregnant.
Yes, but you see what I'm saying, right? So this is about what you need to attain in life, okay? So it's about spirit and peace. Or in other words, you could connect them and say your spirit being at peace, or however you want to look at that.
Right.
Yeah, like,
Okay?
All these are kind of connecting pretty well all the way around, it feels like, this time. Yeah.
So this, when you use this deck of cards, it's easier for people at the beginning, if they're don't understand, the other cards, or it's a little bit more less complex, I guess you could say. So this is interesting. The number 9 itself is about, these are the two elements that give you, or about you being fulfilled in life and you being content in life. So contentment is actually in the right spot. And red. These are connected elements, right? That makes sense? So it's about being content in your mind, so to speak. Those are the things that make you have fulfillment and contentment in your life.
Because the red goes right in line with the fire element.
Yeah. So.
Last time I had fire and soul line up.
Right.
When I was laying on the
So
table.
this represents the heart of the matter. This is what's going on with you.
Satisfaction.
And satisfaction, but
Which is funny because it's the very meaning of the of the number 0. The number 0 is about satisfaction and enjoyment. And so it falls in the right place, and this falls in the right place. So, I mean, the whole central... So when I look at it, I mean, I don't know your life, but I know that the focus of your life right now is this, and connected with this in your mind. That's what I already know. I always know the tool's right. So I can see the principles that govern a person. I don't know their life. They connect it to their life. It has an impact upon them more than it does upon me.
Right.
I don't know why those are important. And it doesn't read right or wrong. It reads what, is there and what's needed at the same time. Make sense? Feel right to you?
Just like, I don't know, I'm having a contraction and life is almost unbearable.
Life is almost unbearable.